Yo, what's going on, boys? A little bit lower energy today. I'm really exhausted. I've been going non-stop since this morning, getting things done. You know, I kind of feel like my mom sometimes because she was very like OCD about things, like everything has to be done now, and like constantly like doing things and coming up with stuff. But she wasn't wrong in the fact that we have things we need to get done. Little projects around the house, right? So today, 2 oil changes done. This car had to get a wash. I had my haircut today, lunch, shave, just all the little things that make it a big thing. And what I do is I group everything. So if I know that like my haircut in the car wash area in like Walmart and AutoZone and all that stuff is nearby in one spot, I'll try to group everything so I can just hit each spot real quick and get that done. Because if I'm having to bounce around the city and do this, you're wasting a lot of time. And so I'm all about time efficiency and just greasing the slides, right? Making it easy for yourself. Because the harder something is to do, the less likely it is you're gonna try to do it. Does that make sense? If you make it very easy for yourself to just order pizza, it's gonna be very easy to just, you know, be playing video games and, okay, the food, I'm just gonna order it and it's gonna be delivered. And all I gotta do is just walk downstairs. And in fact, if I live with my parents, I don't even have to do that. I can have my parents bring it from outside to my game room. I have seen this. I literally live with a roommate down the street over here who, not anymore, but would just play video games all the time. In college, same thing. And we've got to do better than that. The dude had like no ambition. You know, and I'm sitting there trying to like understand why not. And I think they just gave up. You know, sometimes people just want to give up. They haven't heard about me yet, right? They haven't heard about what is out there for them and that there can be more. And you're actually wasting a lot of time by not hopping in on this. And I think the most eye-opening thing for me was the gym, meeting some friends that were involved in stocks, stock market, but also in like real estate. I wouldn't have had this house if I hadn't have met these guys, basically. Very interesting. I hadn't gone out on a date or whatever. Didn't even really care about that. Ended up going to like this house party, and I don't drink. I don't do any of this stuff. So I'm just like, okay, we're gonna go. Because, you know, I want to change it up. Why not? That doesn't mean I have to drink. So we go there. And then this girl's like talking or whatever about how her boyfriend has a house in this area. And I said, there's no houses for sale there. But they were building it. And so the next day, well, actually, hold on. He comes in after work, like super tired like this. And I was more interested in what he had to say than the date at the time. And he was like, yeah, we're going to be picking out tile tomorrow. Why don't you come on by at like 10? So I came on by. I actually drove that bike right there from another area, and then we saw what he was building up, and then my other buddy who I ended up staying with down this way, I met him, and they were just building up new houses down the street. And I'm like, wow, the first impression I had was this guy has his life together, and I want to be like that. And so when I created that vision and that image in my head, I was like, what do I got to do? I was going to leave the apartment I was at to go rent a house so I could house this other car here. And so I was basically at a crossroads where it was, I'm gonna go rent a house or I'm gonna go move in with roommates again. Because I literally had random roommates in college growing up. And that's just how it was, and it was okay. So I decided, you know what? I'm actually gonna do the roommate option, save a bunch of money. Like I'm talking like we saved like $1,500 a month just doing that. It was great. It was close downtown. We were still here where I wanted to be, this area. And so I started saving a bunch of money and we put it into this house. So moral of the story is your life can always be better. You just make one little change and be willing to kind of step out there a little bit. And because even though I wasn't a big partier and I don't drink, I still went to this little party. And if I hadn't gone, I wouldn't be here today. So you never know where life's gonna take you. You know, God works through people, so keep that in mind. But yeah, it's just crazy. Back to the schedule though. if you want to be very productive with your time and your schedule, maybe you feel like you know you should be doing it, but you just can't get there. I recommend, you've got to find somebody, a really good friend, to kind of push you a little bit, because sometimes doing this alone isn't going to work. You may be able to a little bit, but then eventually it's going to seep back to your bad habits. So yeah, it's kind of scary, when you start down a bad habit path and how do I fix this? And it is possible. Keep that in mind. It's never too late. The gym is one of the biggest habits that I have now, and it never was, right? People that want to say, oh, why do you got to go to the gym? You'd be fine the way you are. Well, maybe right now you see me as fine, but I won't be later when I continue not to go and eat zebra cakes. That's just the way it is. But yeah, man, that's what happened today. Pretty chill, but kind of OCD about this scheduling stuff, because boom, you got to get it done, and I would love to just relax and just have a movie day, but I honestly feel more tired when I don't do work than when I actually do the work, because then I feel proud of myself, confident. Boom, I got everything I accomplished done and set out to do today. And that right there is such a reward. And you can reward yourself however you want to do that. If you want to play some video games after you're done, that's why I was always advocating to have fun after you do the work. Don't have fun first. Don't eat the dessert first. Have it at the end, because it's a goal to reach, if that makes sense. This instant gratification in the world today is horrible. And so let's bring it back a notch. So anyway, boys, I gotta go eat. Cooked up some pork ribs, and they're actually pretty good. So did that on the grill. That's gonna be my meal prep for the next few days while I'm at work, and that's about it. So take care. In a world full of fakeness and deception, keep dominating your realities. I'm pulling for all of y'all. Take care.